Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is KhalidTheGiant, and this is my first YouTube video ever, and my first time ever covering Diablo 4 content. I am looking forward to learning this game, talking to you guys, getting to know y'all, and watch this channel grow and watch this game grow. Let me just start off by saying that this game has lived up to the hype in every way that I've expected. My mind is just blown. So much fun. The devs said they're going to do this, they're doing it. People are hyping it up in chat, people are hyping it up on Discord, and when actually getting finally the first time to get it hands-on, amazed. I think it's great to finally play a game that we have not been let down on, if I worded that correctly. Yeah, it feels good to play a game that you hear good things about and you actually play. So without keeping you guys waiting, I don't want to drag this video out too long. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, you like me, you like the content, please subscribe, please turn on notifications, and feel free to comment in the comment section and just let me know what I could do better. Let me know if you think my build is trash. Let me know if you think it's good. Let me know any recommendations you guys have. Again, I'm learning sorcerer as well as you guys, and I will be making every class and every build. And I'll talk a little bit about PvP at the end of this video. But for right now, let's get started on sorcerer for the server slam, and potentially, if things don't change, a good setup for the early game. Now, getting into this, I'm not really going to base this off any legendary aspects other than one. And the reason why is because this one you can get early game, like one of the first dungeons you run into. So I feel like it's okay to throw it in the build. So let's get started with the abilities. So starting off right now, we're going to start with Frostbolt. I'm going with more of a Frost Mage, which surprised me because I thought I was going to be going more the Lightning route or more the Fire route, but just the way Ice feels, it just feels so good. I've always played like a Fire Mage or a Lightning Mage in many games I've ever played, but for the first time messing with Frost, it feels good. I used to play a game called ESO, and they had Ice, Fire, Lightning, and Ice just felt terrible. I didn't like it. It just felt slow, it felt weak, but in this game, it feels powerful. And I like it because I've been playing with my friend, and I feel like I can support him through the passives that Ice has. So we're starting off with Frostbolt. Again, that's our free spammable. I feel like all of these are good choices, but for me, I went with this because I'm focusing more on a Frost Mage. Again, you go with Enhanced Frostbolt, you don't have really a choice. And then for the two choices here, you could have gone with Frostbolt, makes people vulnerable, but I already make people vulnerable making them frozen, so to me, this was no point. I would rather just be able to have a mana regeneration stat instead. So moving on down, went with Ice Shards. Now, Ice Shards, I really like it. I think it's cool. I can't remember if it got a buff, but I think it got a nerf in the recent patch that they released, kind of like stealth release, not officially. But I really like it. I was using Frozen Orb. I would use Frozen Orb, but I didn't get lucky enough to get the ability to just get the orb that travels and then burst and just keeps exploding over and over again. I wasn't lucky to get that aspect, so we went with Ice Shards instead. Obviously enhanced, and then for the greater Ice Shard, I got this because since we're gonna be using like, you know, barriers in this build, I benefit so much from this, and it just gives me more AoE that I'm missing from, let's say, not having Frozen Orb in the build. Again, you could go with Destructive Ice Shards. I was using that too. I really love that for like bosses, but I realized that this one was no point because we have ways to make bosses vulnerable through the other skills that we have in the tree. Okay, now for the defensive skills. You'll see I have everything unlocked, but this is mainly because I'm wearing armor that's giving me like a +1 in every stat. So, Flame Shield. Now, this might be where you guys might disagree with me, but for Sorcerer, when we get to level 15, we get to get an enchantment. And that enchantment, I'll show you guys real quick, is this slot right here. Hold on, I forgot. You have to actually act like you want to assign a skill real quick. But basically, the enchantment slot's on the bottom where it says enchantment. And I went with Flame Shield. And the reason why I went with Flame Shield is because we're not using it for the shield. Okay, we're using it for its enchanting effect, which is Flame Shield automatically activates when you take fatal damage. Can only happen once every 120 seconds. Now again, this has saved me so many times, and I've gotten to the point now where I actually do it on purpose, so I can save my potions for like an emergency. Like if I'm in a boss fight and like I know the boss is gonna one-shot me or do something that's gonna get me weak, I let them get me fatal. Boom, I get a shield up. And the cool thing is, if you guys did not know this, any skills that you put in your enchantment that you choose to enchant, invest the points to get their perks like enhanced and greater, because so when Flame Shield activates, I actually heal back up to 50% HP. I'll be dead, flatline. I get that shield up, my health is back up, and I can stay in the fight and keep fighting, and it saves me from having to use a potion. You know, I mean, I'll probably use it if that happens just to get me back to 100%, but this gives me that flexibility in the build to kind of be risky and just kind of face tank and just go at it. Again, there's many options. To me, I think the best, one of the alternative, especially at this low of a level, would definitely be Fireball for the add clear potential and just the damage that it does. But when you're choosing your enchantments, just try to choose something, in my opinion, that's going to give you like an extra ability that you may not have, or just enhance the build. That's kind of like the point of the enchantment, is just to make the build better. So for me, I'm choosing more survivability in that sense. Now, teleport, I didn't put a point in here, but I feel like everybody's going to have teleport through armor and whatever. This is where you guys might hate me. I actually think teleport sucks. And I don't think teleport sucks because I think it's a bad ability. I just wanted it to go further. I know, cry me a river that I'm crying that it doesn't travel, like you can't map with it, but I wish it went further, and I kind of dislike the way it feels on controller, because if you really don't push the stick in the direction you want to go, you'll just teleport in place, and I don't really like that. Glass cannon, no-brainer. I don't need to explain this. You Sorc mains know, but for the people that don't, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Take 18% more damage to take 9% more damage. I mean, I'd rather deal 18% more damage and take 9, so we need that. Again, this game's all about killing things as quick as possible, so the more damage you can get, the better. Obviously, ice armor, I don't really have to explain this. It's just shield, very good ability, and it's just going to help keep you alive, and it's going to allow you to be aggressive. And there's also synergies that you'll see because we have this and ice shards together. Now, all ice armor is active, mana regeneration is increased. Again, we're not really using it for this, but it's nice. And with this being known, just make sure that you guys constantly keep ice armor up. It should always be running. As a sorcerer, shields are like the things that make you unique compared to other classes in this game. I know the abilities too, but really the fact that you have shields, like you have so many shields through, like, you can get shields through like popping barriers, through activating abilities, using cooldowns, getting fatal. There's so many ways for us to activate a shield. So this is like your class, like, uniqueness, and take advantage of it, use it. There's so many synergies with barriers. Now, I went with Shimmering Ice. Again, my goal when I use this build is to get people frozen as much. Any opportunity I can make people frozen, it's just better, and it's just so nice. Because like I said, frozen enemies equal vulnerability. Vulnerability equals more damage. Now, I didn't really go with Mystical Ice because I feel like ice armor on its own is just amazing. It's just already good. Doesn't need to get a bigger shield. Frost Nova, no-brainer. This is a nice AoE. It freezes everything around you, makes everybody vulnerable, and it's just a great crowd control ability. Obviously, enhanced Frost Nova, and then I went with Frost Nova. Makes people vulnerable for 4 seconds, increased to 6. So, again, trying to tie into that frozen vulnerability setup to just really help my team when I'm dungeoning with people, and really just, if I'm on my own, I can make the enemies weak on my own. Now, Shimmering Frost Nova, not necessary. You're not going to have a mana regeneration issue with this build, because through all the passives. And again, the thing is, we're missing passives too. Now, you're going to see, I didn't go with any conjuration skills. Now, to me, and you guys might disagree here, but I think Ice Blades really sucks. I used it, and I saw it hit an enemy for 12, and I was like, nope, not using it. Now, I could just be doing it wrong. I may not understand the build, so please go in the comment section and let me know and tell me, say, hey, Khalid, you're wrong. This ability hits hard. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So just let me know. Next ability, Blizzard. Just a great overall, like, AoE, covers the area, provides vulnerability, freezes targets. Again, another nice damage over time and control ability. Upgraded to Enhance. Again, deals 25% increased damage to frozen. So this is where the setup for Frost Nova into Blizzard. to deal its increased damage. And then we went with when we cast it above, its duration is increased by 4 seconds. Typically, that's how you're going to engage everything. It's going to be Frost Nova, Blizzard, and then Ice Shards. So again, you will get this buff 100%. Now, I could have gone with, you know, while it's active, my core skills cost 10% less mana, but if you go up to the core skills, this costs 30, so what, my core skills are going to cost 27. I don't even get an extra use out of that, you know, because I'm capped at 100 mana, so no benefit at all. Don't even bother. Okay, and now for the gear. Ignore all the legendaries, but this specific legendary enchantment. This is one that you can get in the Codex of Power for free, and you can apply it to any weapon that you want. Again, I know I said I was really going to go over gear earlier, but this is just the one thing I want to touch on, because this is, you can get it. Everybody can get it. It's not RNG based. You just have to do a dungeon. So if I pull up my Codex of Power, where is it? So yeah, so you get it from the Dead Man's Dredge in Fractured Peaks. So this is within like the first zone where you start in, where it's snowing. I'll show you on the map real quick. Hold on, where's the map? Can I zoom out or no? Yeah, I can. Okay. Where is it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Where is it? I just want to make sure I just want to show you guys, so you know. So it's going to be this one right here is where you get the legendary aspect. Again, if you never know, you can always just look up, like, as you explore, it'll pop up on the map. But if you're trying to run for it, this is where you want to go early game, all the way right here. Okay, and that basically covers the build. Now I'm going to kind of show you the abilities in action. Hopefully the enemies are still in here. So typically what you want to do is, the goal is with this setup is you want to kite the enemies all together, and you want to make sure that you kind of get the opportunity to just combo everything together.
We can't do it alone.
Come on, hurry up. So we just have these enemies here, so we're just gonna kill them, because it's not enough enemies at the moment to really show you what I'm talking about.
I'm low on precious mana.
So I'm gonna let these guys go, but typically what you want to do is you want to freeze them. You're gonna drop the blizzard, and then Ice Shard is gonna ricochet off the enemies. You know. And then while we're here, let me just show you about the whole me getting fatal and how this works. So I have Flame Shield as my enchantment. If I let these guys beat me up, just so you guys see what I'm talking about. Boom. See, Flame Shield comes up, I get healed. Again, freeze them. And because enemies are frozen, Ice Shard is going to ricochet off enemies. If you need to get mana regeneration up, you just simply go, pop your shield, and mana starts coming back. Again, I'm sorry that this gameplay is really scuffed right now. This is kind of my first time trying to like explain and kind of show everything in detail. I'm trying to teach you guys the setup here. So you're just going to freeze, blizzard, attack, just like that. And everything dies around you, and it's just that good. Again, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the build. I'm glad I got to show you guys these abilities in action, and you guys got to kind of see them. Now, I did say I would talk about PvP real quick, so if you want to leave the video for you don't care about PvP, go on right ahead. Remember though, if you guys did enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Let's get this to 1,000 subs, 1,000 likes, maybe even 1,000 views. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. It's gonna most likely be a cash giveaway, because I feel like a cash giveaway is always nicer than just something in game, because you can use that cash on anything you want to use. But it's kind of talking about PvP, right? This ability right here for sorcerer, I think it's gonna be very underrated. It's gonna be very good. Again, for PvP, we're really gonna have to see how sorcerer like plays. I think the only downside to Sorc is just its single target potential isn't really that high and isn't that crazy. The Sorc, I think, although it's very powerful, I think it's gonna have a little bit of a skill ceiling higher than let's say the rogue or the barbarian or the druid. And I'm not saying that because those classes are broken or easy to play. I'm saying that because those classes really do have they have the arsenal kit for a 1v1 situation. A very good like You know, very good abilities to like fight, do fast DPS. Sorcerer is really set up. You know, you can't just sit there and spam ice shards. You know, you're gonna have to really kind of combo things to make it work. Again, this build right here is not for PvP, but this passive with Flame Shield is gonna be very good and very underrated. And like I said, I plan on making a lot of PvP content, especially PvE as well. Don't worry, but main focus really is going to be PvP. But I will always be providing PvE content because that's really what Diablo is mainly. It's a mainly PvE game, but I think this game has potential to have awesome PvP, and I really hope the developers see that and invest some time and resources into it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. My name's KhalidTheGiant. This was my first YouTube video ever, and I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'm going to repeat it again. If you liked it, subscribe, comment, ring the notification, share this video with your friends, and, you know, and just let me know how I did. I'd appreciate any feedback, whether it be good, whether it be bad. You guys can tell me I fucking suck. It's okay. I don't care. Anyway, guys, later. Peace out. I'm going to get ready to fight a Shava one more time before this server slam ends.